Good evening, viewers, and welcome to The Price of Fame. Oh, yeah. My name is Lunga Tshuka, and I'll be your host. So, The Price of Fame is a podcast that focuses on the real stories about the journey to success, from the moment and realization of one's gift or purpose. And in these conversations, we aim to shed the light on the hardships, the sacrifices, and the mindsets that our guests have to overcome to achieve the current position in their career. And these are their stories. Tonight's guest, ladies and gentlemen, has been an artist and he's been in the entertainment industry for over 7 years as a performer, artist, and producer. Hailing all the way originally from the Dominican Republic, he's also planted his roots in South Africa and then Dubai. He's also done some amazing work in his career, just to name a few, like he's worked with the Warner Bros. International on international scales. So he's worked with the Warner Bros. Events he's actually produced some of the events, to name a few, like the Bugs Bunny 80th birthday and Gotham. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome to the screen the infamous Ben Caesar. Yeah! Oh, yeah. Ben Caesar in the house. What's good,
Sorry,
bro?
my mic was muted. Okay, I'm here, bro. I appreciate the intro.
That's good. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, Doug. You see, we got the black on black tonight, bro. All black.
Show represent. All right, man.
Sick, bro.
You just come on like you just have the smile. We should actually maintain this whole smile throughout the whole interview because it's just so welcoming, and it's like really something good, I think your smile is probably contagious, and now it's gone. Now there's no more smile. We just go without the smile.
There it is. Back. I'm back, bro. You can't take it for granted.
Have you ever been told that you have a good smile before?
I'd be lying if I said I did it. If I hadn't.
Yeah, no, you got a good smile, bro.
Got me in trouble. It's gonna be in and out of trouble, So
okay. So that's a damn good smile.
Yeah. But I mean, you make people smile, bro. That's like your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's not always easy. It's not always easy.
No. And I need that because I'm not the funny guy. You know what I say?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the funny guy, so I respect comedians, bro.
But you're the storyteller. I'll be the funny guy. You tell the stories.
Okay, fair.
We all got our role in this place, man. We all got our role in this game.
Amen.
All right, Ben. You're currently in Dubai right now, eh?
No, I'm in Abu Dhabi, which is like an hour away from Dubai. Dubai is too crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Dubai is okay, it's like how do I even explain it, bro?
Busy.
It's it's busy, but there's lots of it's one of the tourist attractions. There are always new restaurants, new clubs, new things to go to. All my friends in Dubai say that by the end of the month they just broke because there's just too many things. If you like things, go to Dubai, bro. That's the thing.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's why you needed to step away because.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi is a lot better. Like if you want to focus, if you want to, save, if you want to just do your work, man. It's a good place.
So in the intro, actually, I've mentioned that you're from Dominican Republic, right? And you've spent some time.
Wait. A lot of people get this wrong. But it's Dominica, which is it's close to the Dominican Republic. So the island of Haiti is half of Dominican Republic. We're gonna take some geography lessons right now. So like Dominica is a small island. Notes, my dog. There we go. You see? You ready, bro? You see? That's right.
Gotcha.
You the guy. Yeah, Dominica is it's close to like St. Lucia. It's a small Caribbean island, man.
Okay. Island vibes.
Yeah, island vibes. I was actually born like Rasta, bro. Yeah.
Oh.
Real talk.
Yeah, man. Blessed. Now me know why the smile comes from. The smile comes from, and the roots comes from the Dominica Island. You're in an island, everybody smile.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna stop being silly. I actually wanted to get into the traveling thing, you know.
Okay.
So look, I've done a little bit of traveling. I've been to LA, I've been to Vegas and Boston. I've been traveling quite often because I have a brother that lives there, you know, and he have a family there. So I have a sister-in-law and two little beautiful girls as well. So
Okay.
like my beautiful nieces. So I visit them frequently. And here's the thing: when I travel, when you just leave a different space, you know, and you come back, your mind is so open and you're just blown away with so much ideas and everything like that. Now, bear in mind, I've only spent like a week or two in these places that I've mentioned, right? No
Yeah.
longer than a week, no longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, 3 weeks is the longest I've done, but when I visit the people, I only go for 2 weeks. And that
Yeah.
2 weeks is enough to blow my mind and come back with so much ideas. You, my
Yeah.
man, I spend a lot more time in different places and way more places that I've mentioned, and you've
Yeah.
traveled around. Please explain to us, what is it that traveling does for you? What does it for you? I mean, if you need it in your own opinion, what has it done for you? The experience of being in these different places, meeting different people, experiencing different lifestyles. How has it
Yeah.
affected you positively and negatively? And
Yeah.
what do you actually take from that experience?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a deep question, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get deep,
Honestly,
bro. Deep show.
yeah, we on like third base already. We just started.
We just
Nah,
started.
wait, actually, is this like a R-rated show? Is there cussing, no swearing?
No, feel free, bro. Tell your
Uh,
story the way that you
uh,
lived it, experienced it. That's how we want to get it. You know, we
okay,
want to experience the way that you lived it and experienced it. Bring it to us as raw as can be.
okay. You know what, bro? I appreciate that question because um, traveling has been like the best education for me. You know,
Absolutely.
and for my children, when I have children, I want traveling to be the center of our life because it gives you a perspective on the world, on yourself, you know, and given me an advantage and like I can see the patterns in people and I see like a common thread through people, you know, and I can read people very quickly and you can get to see the good in people very quickly. And that's helped me in so many times in my life. You know what I mean? I'd say just me personally, because I've moved around a lot of, you know, lost touch with a lot of friends. It's challenging. You have to change your identity quite a lot, like to fit in and adapt to different places. So I've constantly been having to adapt and evolve, you know. But that's also been a strength, but it's also been difficult, bro. Real talk, it's been real difficult, you know, because you go from like being a small boy in the Caribbean in Dominica, and then we went to squatting in London, you know, to living in Amsterdam, to living in Cape Town. Three different realities, bro. Three totally different worlds, you know. And this is like before the age of 16, you're having to go through all these changes, you know.
Wow.
So, like, but I would say like travel as much it gives you superpowers. Honestly, it gives you an understanding of the world. Like you know that for sure. You know, just from the short time that you spent in like LA and
Yep.
Vegas, you know, it
Yep.
gave you so much perspective on your craft, on yourself, on people. So yeah, I wish the world would travel more. I think the world would be a better place if people could travel to each other's realities a lot more, you know?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, that's one of the things that I started learning a little bit of just what you mentioned in terms of like learning about different people and different lifestyles and how actually things work here and how you have to adapt because you're the different one. And so you need to
Yeah.
understand how these people think, how these people move, and what's
Yep.
dangerous here, what is considered dangerous here is probably not dangerous in another place. So you better shake up quickly, you know. So
Yeah.
and it happened all before the age of 16 for you. So that's like your foundation years, you know. I mean, you're still being told what to do, you're still being told what to wear, you're still being told what you're going to
Yeah.
eat for dinner and everything like that, you know. So you're taking all of this information, trying to make something of yourself just to like get by, with all of these
Yeah.
experiences. And wow,
Yeah.
that's really really deep, bro. And like I mean, and I'm sure it's add a lot to your craft, and how you just use your imagination and how you create these, you know, and the message
Yeah.
that you actually want people to reach, because now you've seen so many different kind of people, and
Yeah.
there's one common language that I can reach all of these people that I've actually seen.
Yeah, you're
And
right. I mean, now that you mention it, I think that's what attracted me to music was that it was like having to change so much, so many times, moving country, moving cities, packing up, losing friends, losing touch with friends. Like I guess music was just something I could hold on to and connect to people with, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
I think as well, just in terms of my personally, how I express music is because I was in the UK when it was my formative years and I was just absorbing the world around me. The music from the UK is so influential in my music taste and the music in the Caribbean and music in South Africa and hip hop and like these are fundamental. If you listen to my music, these are like the building blocks, but they are really diverse sounds. And I think that's why I play with so many different styles. And
mm,
I think, people always tell you, oh, you got to stick to one lane and you got to be consistent. But it's just not my reality, bro, because
absolutely.
because of the life I've been given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say that you're just being true to yourself because you have these colors actually. And they like, no, man, you're just supposed to be black and blue, man. That's how it goes in hip hop. And you're like,
Bro.
actually, I'm
Yeah.
purple, turquoise. Sometimes I'm a little pink, but now and
You
then
know?
I'm black, coming with the blue. And right around the corner, I hit you with my. Okay, let me stop there. I don't want to
Box.
embarrass myself.
Yeah.
But I understand what you mean, bro. I understand what you mean. And like I said, I mean, in that short period of time, how it affected me and how it affected my ideas and just how I see and the type of goals that I've like come up with after that experiences, it's been like amazing. So I can only imagine what it's like to actually live in a place, I'm a citizen, like feel what it feels like and actually know the language, knows the good parts, the
Yeah.
bad parts, everything like that, it's deep,
Yeah.
and
And
then
you
go
know
to
what?
another.
As well, like I can go like I don't know how this sounds, but I can go anywhere and make friends with people. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Because I've learned like you can't look at somebody and judge them by what they look like. You know what I mean? I know that sounds basic and people say that, but it's true. Like I've learned to speak to somebody and get to know them for myself, not what they present. You know what I mean? Like their hearts, bro. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah,
that's the biggest thing for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
You truly get to learn about people and see who truly people are. But let's move on. Let's not make this all about traveling. But I love what you mentioned that there were like similarities. Could you like give like one or two similarities that you've noticed in people? I mean, interacting with people, and what are the differences where you had actually like kind of like have you ever found yourself in a life-threatening position because of the lack of street knowledge, maybe because of your traveling or moving around?
Hey, look, living in Cape Town, you learn very quickly to to cut corners. Like it's almost second nature to me to that like I'm scanning, bro. Wherever I am, I'm scanning. Turning the corner, I'm scanning. I'm looking at the exits. I'm aware of where my phone is. Every time we leave somewhere, we arrive somewhere, I'm checking my phone. I'm checking. These are just things that have come from living in South Africa. Um, to the point, like even in Abu Dhabi, like Abu Dhabi is so
Yeah,
safe, and I've had to learn to relax out here, bro, because
yeah,
um, it's basic things like when you're catching the train, don't go into a carriage there alone. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
go to a full carriage. And there's been lots of situations. Like there was gunshots on one train where we had to go and everybody stampeded. Like we almost got run over in that carriage. I did get mugged once coming from studio. um, and that was just me. You know, I wanted to get the song finished, so it was
Yeah.
like the last train. I was going for the last train. I think it was like 8:45. It was retreat station, and I'm coming up the stairs. I got my bag, and I'm just tired, bro. We've been in studio all day, and you know, you come up that bridge. You come up that bridge that goes over the train tracks. It's
Yeah.
coming up, turned up, and there's like four guys, bro, just waiting, and I was just trapped, bro. And I was like, ah.
Uh,
Um, but even in then, I was just like, I was calm, bro, because if I start getting panicky, they got start get. I've noticed that like if guys are gonna make a move on you, they're probably more nervous than you are, because they were literally like
absolutely.
shaking and they were just like grabbing whatever they could. And honestly, I just
Yeah.
emptied my pockets. I had some cash, I had some coins. The coins just went everywhere, and they were like, ah, and they just like they left my bag. I had a whole bag, bro. They took like whatever, you know, but they were so panicky
Yeah.
that they didn't take the most valuable things. So it was stay calm, bro. That's really what I've learned is know what's surrounding you going into, stay calm if anything pops off.
It sounds like actually some of the principles that martial arts teaches you. Because in karate, that's what I've learned. You know?
Yeah.
To assess the room and always see, like, for example, read the energy. Does this person feel like a threat? Who is he with? How many people are there? Or maybe
Bro,
allowed.
even
Uh,
their posture, how are they standing? Is their stance firm? You know what I mean? Like these things you gotta read quickly. Yeah.
you're going to like you're going to a club, who's watching the people and who's having a good time, so you just need to know, okay, what who to look out for, what to look out for. And
Yeah.
also, like you said, in the situation of being robbed, I've also experienced being robbed, and like you said, most of the time they nervous if they they're doing the job, whatever. So it's actually like a power play sometimes, and you, sometimes if it's like just one person and you another person, they would first start off by asking you for a rand, what the time is, or whatever. That's where
Yeah.
they test
It just
how you
yeah.
respond. Yeah, be like, man, I'm sorry, I got nothing, man. Or you're gonna take out your phone. That gives them a sign, and then they start to play on that as a weakness, and they all start to capitalize. So
Yeah.
also, and in the situation where it was too many guys against you, obviously it was 4-1. No point in fighting. You don't know what weapons they have on you. You have another day to live for, and this is
Also,
little
they
things
were
you
on
can
a
handle.
higher ground. Yeah, they were like the stairs were going up, so they were on a higher ground, bro. That was like I was trapped, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
what it
man,
means.
how is 2021 actually been treating you? Have you moved around in this year, or have you been in Abu Dhabi since the beginning of this year?
We've been in Abu Dhabi since 2018, and
Okay.
2020 it was like it was lockdown, and it's just been difficult to move around, bro. Honestly, so we've just been here. I just been focusing, on music, on work. So haven't been trying to move around too much, honestly, dog. But 2020's been, man. Even 2020 was, yeah. I think they just gonna write off 2020, bro. It's in the history books. They just
It's
gonna
not too
leave a question mark, dog.
yeah.
You know, because it's too deep, bro. There's too many levels to 2020.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be
Uh,
telling our grandchildren about 2020. Um,
Bro,
how
definitely
was
we
it?
can never. Sorry?
What did? How was it for you, bro? Did you like? Did you grow in? Like, how did you feel in 2020? Was it like?
2021. Well, in 2020, whew, it hit us back, and everything like that. And it was a shocker. I had some mental challenges also with what was happening, with this whole COVID coming closer to actually people that and the funerals and everything like that.
Oh
Not being
shit!
able to work, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna cry about it because no one. It's not like it's just me. It's happening to everybody. The positive twist to it is that I got to focus on a lot of things that I put on the back seat because I thought I was too busy to handle at the
Yeah,
time. So, with the lockdown having been moving most of my commuting up and down and meetings, giving me more time at home, has given me more time to focus on things that I thought I would probably only touch on ever. So
Yeah.
that was a plus side. And I also got to do some, I did a course in acting and vocal, online course in acting and
Okay.
vocal. So I
Yeah.
chose to do something positive as well. But it did get to me. It did get, let's be
Yeah.
honest. I needed to fast to balance myself. But
Okay.
2021 has been good though.
Yeah.
So far in terms of like opportunities, being
Yeah.
able to go out the bird, being able to perform again. And I don't know, how's 2021 been?
Yeah, I think it's been a continuation from 2020, just like it's grown from 2020. Um, it's been amazing. Like I've just because I started some things in 2020 and like vlogging. Um, I really got more into that. I started studying as well, music. I got deep into music theory. So if 2020 was like a lot of foundation building for like a new or the next step, where we could just regroup, take the time and be like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is who I want to be from this point. So I think that's a blessing. It was kind of like the world could take a quick breath, bro. Just a,
Yes, yes,
you know. So it's
absolutely.
been, yeah, I've been fortunate to like keep evolving from what I started in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and okay, that's been really dope. And things now, like we currently in level 4, and they shut down the alcohol and and even in restaurants now you can't have it with your meal. And also other things like obviously major spread events are back on hold. So all theaters and all events, all shows are again back on hold. So it feels like the first lockdown, but just with a little bit of leniency. The curfews now at 9. Yeah, at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. 10 or
Word.
9, 10, 10, 9, 9, 10. One
Pick
of the
one.
two.
Yeah,
One of the
go outside and
either
find out, bro.
both times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's where we're at right now. What's happening at your side? Is it like what level are you guys on? Are you guys moving around at least? Can you go to more? Can you go to events on your
Yeah,
side?
yeah. Yo, I'm actually just checking the comments. Yo, TJ's in the building. Sorry, dog. Um, yeah, we can move around a little bit. It is, it's masks, PCR tests, it's vaccine. If you want to go to Dubai, you have to have a DPI test. DPI.
You need to have a screen test. What's going on? All right. So looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty there. We're just giving a couple of seconds.
Yo, Yasimino. Yeah. Sorry, dog. I don't
Okay.
know what happened. Is that good?
Yeah. You're back.
Okay. Yeah, it's been it's not as strict. There's no curfew,
Yeah.
but it is like if you want to go into the mall, you have to have like the PCR results, and it's not comfortable, bro. Put it that
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just prefer to stay at home.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And like, let's talk a little bit about, like you said, you had some rough times, growing up. Let's speak about those challenges. I don't know if you want to bring in all the different places or you want to bring in the most life-changing challenges, because there's one thing I've learned about the greatest, is that your pain and your struggle is what molded the greatest. As you don't achieve greatness without going through some serious challenges.
Okay.
Can you share with us some of the challenges that you feel like, wow, this was a lesson that actually molded? This was something that, I mean, during the time when you experienced it, like hell, but like after you've overcome it and you've gained the wisdom from it, and you be like, wow, like I actually salute that in some kind of way, because it actually propelled me in a certain way, or it made me the man who I am today. So are there any challenges like that you have experienced that you feel like turned into a good life lesson?
Yeah, I mean, I think, coming from Dominica, which is a small island that no one knows about, uh, you know, moving to the UK where, you're like 4 years old and they don't understand what you're saying, and you're this, you know, island rugged boy in the UK, and then moving to South Africa where people are like, they don't even know what to do with you. You know what I mean? It's hard to you want to belong somewhere, especially when you're young. You want to belong. You want to feel like you have a community. You want to feel like you're wanted in a space. And I never had that feeling. And it when you're younger as well, you're looking for an identity, man. You're looking for your community and your space in it. And it took a lot, for me to find that. And I actually went back to Dominica after not being there for many years when I was like 16. And I remember moving back, and it was like, yo, it felt like yo, here my people are. You know what I mean? It was that deep sense of rooting. You know, they say
Yeah.
that where you're born, I don't know, physically there's some, I don't know, physically it's because you were born there that it does something to you. So I felt that when I went back, and it kind of it gave me a place again in the world after many years not having it. Especially as a teen, you're like, oh my God, who am I? And that's when I started writing, because it was like, it was just therapy. Um, it was just therapy for me to just like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna process all these thoughts, all these feelings,
Yeah.
and just it wasn't for anything else except just like flooding it out, just letting it out, right? Um, and then came back to South Africa, and I'd been continuing writing, and I showed some of my friends, and they were like, "Yo, this is actually dope." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, maybe I'm good at this, whatever." Well, it came from that. It came from that pain of belonging, wanting to belong. It came from that pain of like nobody nobody knows what to do with me. Um, and with identity, it's also my accent, because I've had to adapt so many times. Um, in South Africa, I look like a colored guy, but I don't talk like one. So people will be like, "Why are you trying to be? Who you trying to be? You speak like that?" You
That
know?
will. Why you
And
I
and bro, and nah, but when I was younger, it like it fucked with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I just wanted to belong. I didn't want to have to justify who I am to every single person I'd speak to. They'd be like, "Hey, good to meet you." Yo, oh, but why do you talk like that? You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
so that's actually, I kind of developed a speech impediment, or I just got lazy with speaking because I'd rather mumble and then have people hear me speak. So, music and rapping was really an expression through that. And it's funny that, the thing that was most scrutinized by society is what I express and what I put out there in the world. So,
Wow.
see, it's deep, right?
Interesting. I
It's deep.
mean, that's why you started to be, you actually took it further, because
Yeah,
they were like, okay, you don't like the way I speak. You know what? I'm gonna speak to everyone. I'm gonna speak to the world.
yeah,
On a
yeah,
larger, everyone's
yeah.
gonna hear me. You're gonna hear me in your radio.
You
We'll be
know what I'm
trying
saying?
to
About
like
that.
your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Actually, then, I was in the background on on some of, I don't know, collaborations where you will probably as well. So, um, firstly, I think the first time I saw you was Dimsing. It's,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
really?
you were the rapper there. You were the rapper, and then they had
Yeah,
Dwayne and Jen dancers, and they had like other people going on there and everything like that.
yeah,
I remember
yeah,
this time. The
yeah.
second time to you, that was years ago, eh? That was
Yeah,
years ago.
that was
I
it.
think longer than 7 years, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
that was
then the second time, seeing you again, just in the background. I don't know if you're gonna remember this one. This is a long shot. So they were doing a music video somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember the area, but they got like a mansion, and they like it was like
Suburban
a
Menace.
house party. You were on a
Was this?
bike.
Yeah, bro. That was
Bike.
Suburban Menace. That was Suburban Menace, bro.
Urban Menace, yes. Yeah. And the
Nah,
second time I saw you.
bro,
And
shout
then
out Suburban Menace. Bro. Yeah,
and then after that, I started to see more about you and be like, oh, okay, he's doing his thing. I'm seeing on this guy, seeing more of him on social media, and also just being
yeah,
featured on so many different things. Just seeing your face everywhere in the industry, also
yeah,
bumping like you around at different events and things like that.
yeah.
And I had no idea that you were moving around, and whatever. I just thought like this man keeps on smiling and he's got an accent. Clearly, there's more to the story. And in the
Yeah.
house, in the household, bro, do you feel like there's any challenges I don't want to get too deep or like scratch anything, or anything that you are
Look at- I'm
comfortable.
looking, I'm looking, I'm looking at my wife right now. While you ask me if there's challenges in my house.
Just like in your upbringing, like in the house, is there any big challenge that you felt like growing up that was like, wow, this is so heavy for me to deal with as a teenager or as a kid, but somehow now that you're a man, you kind of feel like in some way I'm grateful for that because it made me the person who I am today.
Hmm. Um. Bro, might need a ref. It says a maximum
Yeah,
recording
it
time.
says,
You guys see that? Oh,
yeah, movie recording has been stopped
okay.
automatically.
Okay. Cut the cam for a second, bro.
Yeah, but we'll still be able to hear you, right?
Yeah. Just hold. Just give us a sec. I'll keep talking though.
Yeah, cool. At least we can still hear you for now.
Um. Sorry, you asked challenges in the household.
Yeah,
I
you
think it
felt like,
was. Yeah, it was moving around a lot,
yeah,
having to find friends again. It was, we didn't have. Hmm. Hey, I've never.
never thought about it. Never gave some time to think about it.
No, it's just like if there was challenges, I'd try to figure it out, though. It
Yeah,
wasn't like. Uh, I mean, there's so many things we couldn't afford, we couldn't get. I had to go to studios. I had to catch 2 trains and a taxis to get to studio. I had to hook
yeah,
up, with my friend's studio and his next to his mom's room, trying to record and like it's those kind of challenges that
yeah.
you going through the rain, you get a mug coming from the studio,
Hmm.
um, but I don't know. I'm not the type to really to think of things like that. You know what I mean? Um,
That's dope. That's dope. That's good. Like I like the attitude that you have, as it comes. Just knock them out. And don't
yeah,
dwell too much on it. I think it's probably developed that attitude from moving around this whole time. It shows you that you
yeah,
can't hold the things. You can't stay stuck in a position. As life
yeah,
moves on, you have to go with it. So I'm
yeah,
sure that attitude probably comes from that as well. Just
yeah.
move on.
I
Get
mean, you know
stronger.
what? I got I got a question for you, bro. I think that some of the biggest challenges for me, and I don't know how what you think, is that like internal challenges.
Oh yeah.
Like I think of the difference between like talent and hard work, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think you're talented or do you think you're hardworking though?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think I work as hard and make it looks like I got a talent.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think I work that hard to the point where people actually acknowledge it as a talent because they'll
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, you're talented," and for me, I was like, I never knew what I'm gonna be like. Yeah, you're back. I never knew what this is gonna turn out to be. It's just something that I tried, and with everything that I do, I put my heart and soul into it, to the point
Yeah.
where I achieve results. People would actually acknowledge it. You're so
Yeah.
talented. Like, okay, and I just accept because for someone to
Yeah.
say it's a talent, I say, okay, I guess it's one of my talents.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think I'm like a fast learner and a hard worker, if I should put it that way. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Um, I've always, I used to think that I was the hardworking guy, right? I always thought like, okay, that's what makes somebody successful is
Hmm?
like they work hard.
Yeah,
But honestly, like if I'd be in studio, I'm one of the first to finish songs. In fact, Youngster's the only one who writes quicker than me. You know what I mean? Because when I've been in studio with lots of guys, and like I'm always the first to finish. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's like one or two takes done. And
yeah,
Young's is the only one, bro.
yeah,
So I was then I thought like, wait, maybe I am talented, right?
yeah, yes,
Because I've observed like talented people sometimes get a bit complacent. They rest too much on the talent, dog. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So and then I got a bit of a complex. I was like, oh no, okay, well then I need to work harder. If I'm the talented guy, I need to work harder. You know what I mean? And that was always a challenge. It's like, which one am I? Am I the one who works hard, or am I the one who's a bit lazy because he's talented? You know?
I think when you're talented, I think things come effortlessly when you're talented.
Yeah, yeah,
For like for example, like I said, I had to work hard for the things that I've done, and in the different niches that I found myself in, actually work hard so that they could
yeah,
actually be recognized as talent. But some people again are just talented in certain things.
yeah,
They're effortless. They just have that gift. And it's like,
yeah.
wow, like
But
you don't
they,
have to
but
work as hard as I have worked.
well, they're not always the ones who are successful, bro. Because if I look at the industry, especially music industry, I know super talented artists. I know artists, yeah, and I know super talented people
Yeah,
who are at home, dog. You know what I mean? Who are not
yeah.
putting stuff out there. They're not getting out there, and that's what I'm always like super conscious of. You know?
I know that's true. And I think it's something I actually learned at an early age because with my homies, we used to look at music videos, we used to look at so many different things, and be like, why is that guy on stage? Why does he have the job? Why is this person doing, why is that person acting? And you say,
Yeah.
all these talented people, like, I could be there. But the
Mhm.
difference is the hard work. That person who's not that talented, he will get up early, he will stand in that queue, he will put out his.
You know what? You know what? Moving to Joburg was the biggest lesson for me because, yo, you just froze, bruh. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Loans. Hey. Okay, we live, we live, we live, we live. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, baby.
We are back, and apologies about that. Wow, bro.
You good, dog?
Yeah. I just had an undertaker moment there.
Oh,
Where
snap.
the technical difficulties took me under. I'm back.
You back. Welcome to the land of oh, there he is. Kapow.
We're just waiting for your screen though. Can we get your screen back? Ah, there we go.
We
There
are
we go.
back. Courtesy
It's
of
even
Mike.
more relaxed. Even more relaxed than before.
Yeah.
Sorry about that technical difficulty, man.
Oh,
But like I was saying, the difference is, what is that in front of the camera? Is that another phone or
that's
something?
my laptop. Wait, let me be smart.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know what
So I was saying,
it's just it's all good.
I,
It's all good.
so the difference between the two is that there's hard work, yeah, in terms of
Yeah.
getting the job. Because we're saying
Yeah.
in the talented guys, because you find a lot of talented guys who actually act and feel that they are entitled. So they won't do the hard work, or they won't do certain things and be like, why aren't they looking for me? Why aren't they calling me?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's true,
you
dog.
gotta
And I was one of those people. I was like, yo, why is this so, it comes so easy, but I've learned like doesn't matter who you are, you have to show up. Like people don't care. People don't care. You have to show up. And being in Joburg, like taught me and Tuesday how to hustle. Because honestly, as I was saying, the people in the industry aren't always the best,
Yeah,
but they consistently show up. And it's always about who's knocking on the door, bro. Because if somebody's
yeah,
gonna book an artist, they're gonna go to the artist who's on the top of their mind. They're not gonna go
yeah,
to the, you know,
yeah,
and that's just how it is, though. It's like you want to play in the big leagues. It's consistency. It's a different mentality, bro. It's not impressing the people on your block anymore, dog. It's you
yeah,
showing up every time.
yeah. So I guess to conclude that, I guess it's the talent that gets you the job, but it's the hard working that keeps the job. Get that?
That's deep. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
yeah. Yeah.
The talent
My
gets you
man with
in.
the bars. Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
do that hard work. You got to show up.
Straight up.
Yeah. All right, my man. We're actually running like out of time, and I know there was some technical issues, but I'm not gonna let it rob me from my last two questions that I have for you.
Okay, wait.
With
Before you say your questions, I want to
uh-huh.
tell you that I think your show is so important, bro. Because for me, like this idea of success, this idea of fame, there's a lot of young artists that reach out to me a lot of the time asking for advice, and they want to like, yo, how do I blow up? How do I, put me on? And all of these things. And that, we all grow up with this idea of success, and we're sold this idea of success. And I've come to learn that fame really ain't shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are still chasing fame, and we see fame like through one dimension. We see success
Yeah,
through one dimension. And I think the credibility and the caliber of people you have on your show, bro, these are people that I admire, and these are like some of my peers, like men like B, Ready D, like these are legends, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
you're putting all of these different people on, bro.
Yeah,
You had Mel Jones on the show, and it's just like all these amazing people, you
yeah,
know, you're like redefining success or like expanding the scope of success. And I appreciate that. I think that's so important that South Africans hear from South Africans, bro. Because being out here and traveling, South Africa is one of the few places where they're very like self-conscious about being South African. on an international scale. There was a lot of times where, there was that whole era in South African music where I was like, oh no, but it's good for local. It's good for local, but or they'd say a song sounds international, bro. That means it sounds good. And I was always like,
Yeah.
what the fuck does that even mean? You know what I mean? Because working at Warner Brothers, which is like $1 billion park, our
Yeah.
GM is South African. You know what I mean? And we have so many South Africans around the globe who are influential, who are making massive impact, and who are respected internationally. But in South Africa, they don't know their stories, bro. They don't know, for example, the guy who's GM at $1 billion theme park, you know? Um, no one from South Africa is going to hear his story. So he, as a South African young businessman or entrepreneur, is not going to know that this is the global platform that South Africans are affecting. And that's why it's so important what you're doing when you're interviewing such a span of people who are contributing, bro, to culture, to South Africa, to identity, to the
Yeah.
global platform, and are having an impact globally. I think South Africa really needs to understand how much they're celebrated overseas. And that's why I appreciate your show. Holla. Yeah.
And I think
Power,
we just ended
power,
that. We just ended that note. I'm just
power
drop a
to
mic,
you.
mic. Just drop a
Nah,
mic. I'll
power
drop
to
my.
you. Power to you, bro.
I'll drop this. Oh
Power.
wow, my man.
Yo,
Thank you so much. Sorry.
ooh, June is. I see my people are here, yo. June, shout out June, shout out
Yeah,
Flavi. Okay, sorry.
bro. Thank you
Shoot,
so much.
what's up?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up?
yeah. I'll say thank you so much for that perspective, bro. Like, I never actually thought that it reaches a lot further than what. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I was saying, I never expected that kind of feedback, for to reach as far as, or like what I envisioned. I just. Are you still there?
yeah,
Even
yeah,
though the
yeah.
video is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Like I was saying, I never envisioned the way that you actually portrayed it now. I always just wanted to share the stories because I felt
Yeah,
so inspired by a lot of these people that I used to grow up. I've
yeah,
heard so many stories of like Steve Harvey's story and Mark Wahlberg's story. When you hear these things, and it's like put so much into perspective, you appreciate these people, and it somehow inspires you. And I was like, we need to have a show actually for where these people, we can actually bring these people on and talk about these stories and inspire others. So thank you so much for giving me a bigger perspective on how it's actually impact you and how it's been seen by other people. So thank you for that insight. And I only hope for positivity. So thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. And
power to
myself
you.
and we truly appreciate it.
Nah, bro, power to you, dog.
All right. All right. So my last two questions. Right. So I know you moved a lot, you moved around a lot, and I mean, building relationships was probably one of your challenges, because of changing all of the time. Like you said, you had to lose friends. I mean, in terms of even business relationships, any kind of relationship with someone, you needed to think through, and you needed to be sure, like, okay, is this a good investment?
Yeah.
Knowing or not knowing if I'm going to be still here, if it's still going to continue, should we work on something that I know for a fact I'm not going to be around for? Are there any mentors that you possibly had in having that mindset and having the way that you had to move around? Have you had any mentors in your career that kind of helped you shape your craft, just helped you with innovation, just putting you on some?
I think because I moved around a lot, it was I had to learn how to do things myself, bro. Like to stay motivated, keep myself motivated. If there was something I had to learn, I had to learn it myself. So a lot of the time I've been self-taught and I've had to learn how to learn. You know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
recently I've had to be like, okay, it does help to have a mentor. It does help to have somebody who knows better than you. So Caramel from POC, he's also worked with Black Noise.
Yeah.
He's like one of the legends, bro. he was there when we engineered our first album. He was engineering it, and
Yeah.
he gave a lot of pointers, just technically, and I think inadvertently, honestly, like Ready D, bro. Um, Let me see. These are guys who do what they do. Like Ready D played one of my songs, the last song of one of his sets.
Yeah.
Uh, and if a DJ plays your song as one of the last songs on a set, like that's an honor. And he didn't even know I was gonna be there, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. And oh man, his name, DJ Azul. We did the Follow Us Home campaign, and the fact that
Yeah.
I sat down with him. I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. And the fact that he considered me, and he was like, okay, I'll see this project through with you. That was just, in hip hop culture,
Yeah.
like the OGs have to give you the green light. You have to, that's the school of hip hop I come from.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to have the pass, bro. They have to be like, okay, carry the torch. So that wasn't like straight mentorship, but it was empowering for me. It was like, okay, they acknowledge what I do. Um, and my big bro Anthony Morgan, he's helped a lot. Just learning industry. Um, Mama T's been a spiritual guide. So yeah, it's been a lot of good people in my life, bro. That's what's been the biggest thing for me. And
Yeah.
I think anybody, whether you're coming from like, Ekasi, you coming from the hood, you coming from wherever you coming from,
Yeah.
you got to watch the people around you. You got good people around you who are striving, who are like focused, who are stimulating you, motivating you. There's nothing you can't do, bro. Yeah.
Right, bro. Bring me to my last question. And I've been having such a good time with you, getting to know you, man. And I hope you've been enjoying your time as well.
Bro. It's so
So
wild
that's my
because
last
like
question, and I have to
I've
ask this
seen.
question. Is
Okay, go, run it. Hello.
all right. What's
Yo.
going on?
Okay, yeah. You good?
Tonight's not a good night for. Am I good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, bro.
Okay, cool. All right, let's make this quick before it gets crazy again. So, this is a
Yeah.
question that I ask everyone, and I like to end off with this. So, I like to put you in my time machine, homie, and I want to take all the way back to the young Ben, the one who decided, okay, you know what, maybe I should become a storyteller, and that's how I'm going to express myself. Because you said for a very long time, you couldn't really express yourself even with speaking and even just showing who you are because people were judging you from what you sound like and what you look like and all that kind of thing. So when you decided to turn all of that confusion and that pain into your art form, and you decide, okay, I'm going to be a rapper. I'm going to take the Ben of today, having experienced everything that you've experienced, walking the road that you've walked. I'm putting a time machine back to that moment when you decided, this is what I want to do. And you have one piece of advice to leave the young Ben with. What would that be?
My mom's always said, choose your audience. You know what I mean? You get to choose your audience. And
Yes.
that means like, as an entertainer, as a performer, you want to be a professional, you get a lot of, they try to give you the blueprint. They try to give you, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's supposed to sound like. And often that's very far from what the artist is authentically as, you know what I mean? And I think every artist goes through that process of trying to fit in, and they go through different journeys. And I think that it's tragic, it is a path of discovery, but it is tragic that you stray so far. So I would say choose your audience, man. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to be all of these things for all of these people. You know what I mean? And I think that's why I'm in and out of the industry. You know, it's because we were making a lot of moves. We were doing all of the things, all of bro clubs, parties, mansion parties, y'all parties, like you name it, right? We were doing it, and we were getting a lot of traction at a point, and it just got to we're getting. You could see the top, and you're like, I wasn't feeling any better. I was just like, is this it? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that really shook me, bro, because I was like, what are we fighting for? What are we striving? What are we grinding so hard for if this is all there is to it, you know? Because I'm not there for like VIP. I'm not there for all of that, all the frills, bro.
Yeah.
I want to be in studio or on stage, bro, you know? So again, like, choose your audience. You get to decide. You get to what feels good. That's where you should go.
That's good. I like. I really like that, and it's different. From all the different advice, and that's why I like asking this question. I don't want to
Okay.
be like Eric and be like, hey, so what do you have for the young kids out there? Then you always know,
Yeah.
stay in school or whatever. But if
Yeah.
we talk about your story, we're talking about your challenges, anything like that. You just learned about you. So I wanted to
Yeah.
know, what would you tell yourself? And I think that
That's dope.
advice might hit someone else, It's not just for
Yeah.
you. It's someone
Yeah.
else who's going through, who is learning these lessons now. So truly appreciate that. And again,
Yeah.
we've had a really good time with you tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being a guest on the show. And thank you for
Nah,
that amazing feedback as well, bro. I truly, truly appreciate it. Anything
nah,
else you
bro.
want to let you go?
You, nah, you a real one, bro. I appreciate you, and it's good to connect because, like, I'm just looking at all the people you interview, and I'm like, yo, you move in some circles, like the span of people that you know, and the connections that you've made with people who are doing such amazing things.
Yeah.
Like, that's caliber for me. You know what I mean? And it's good to connect with you, bro, because I've
Yeah.
seen you around and we know so many of the same people, bro. You know?
Absolutely. And this is the
Yeah.
first time out of all of those times that I've seen you, and for all this time that I know, if everyone's like Ben Caesar, yeah, I know who he is. But tonight,
Yeah.
I truly know who he is. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing your story, bro. And
No.
yeah, let's bump into each other again some more and collaborate possibly in the future and make some magic. I love your spirit, bro. You keep doing your thing, keep telling your story, and keep bringing light and color to your
Yeah.
art, 100%. We have a
Appreciate.
lovely evening, bro. We have a lovely evening. And thank you so much for being a guest, man. Thank you so much. Good night. Oh, before he leaves, ladies and gentlemen, please support Ben C's on all his social platforms. Please holler at him.
Yo, shout out. We gotta give a shout out
House.
to Mike. Come, baby.
No, the camera guy.
Shout out to Mikey. He's been sticking it out. He should have been sleeping. Guys, don't be lame. Come in the front. Hey, say what's up to the people out there. Mike, we're in the building. Tuesday in the building. Babe, come say hi.
Say hi.
Come say hi. Hi. All right, bro. Thank you. Thanks,
Cool.
Sass. Appreciate you, bro.
Cool, my man.
Bless.
Good night, See you, bro.
Yeah, easy, bro.
All right, viewers, thank you so much. And thank you again for your patience. Thank you for those who keep on tuning in every single week. Those who've been treating it like it's your favorite soapies or your favorite episodes coming on Tuesday night. I appreciate all the love and support. I see each and every one of you, and I want to thank you guys for keep on supporting and keep on pushing all of the episodes. I love that. I love that. Like I said, please support Ben also on his social platforms. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram, possibly on Twitter as well. Just like and subscribe, share his content, make sure that you are known, make yourself known by liking and sharing. These things really help us when we're trying to build our brand. So thank you so much for all of your contribution. And like I always say, let's make the entertainment industry within South Africa the best supported by locals, because local talent is local talent. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. My name is Lunga Tshuka. I've been your host. Good night.